Whatever you do, please do not delete any of your content from YouTube. I say this from not from experience because I did not delete my content, but I was very, very close to doing so. I developed this series a year ago, and the series is called Dear Future Husband, right? Some of you may have seen me come on, and I was making content about meeting my future husband. Now, I am a writer, okay? I write and produce for a living, and I thought that it would be a fun thing to do. I started this series by accident, actually. I was shoveling during a big snowstorm, and I happened to be out having fun and said, you know what, I'm going to record something and I'm going to talk about if I had a husband, this is what he would be out helping me shovel, if not shoveling himself right now. And it kind of snowballed from there, pun intended, because I got comments on that video and people were saying, oh, this should be a series. So I listened and I did the series. I posted different just ideas and tips I was just utilizing for the dating experience and taking YouTube along with me on my dating journey in this quest to find this husband, right? So in the meantime, again, I'm still a writer. I had not written any books in a long time. I started out, that's how I started my career in books, and books transformed into television, and it kind of went from there. And then I started working in film, but I never had really taken the time to go back to my first love, which are books. So I decided last summer, just talking to a friend from church, and she was saying how, she wished she could find more faith based books, fiction books out there. And I thought about it and I realized that as much as I have written over the years, and it's been a lot, all my work in television has been in crime reality. And I've never written anything faith based. I've never written anything that just glorified and edified God, right? And I was like, man, I've never done that, even though I am a believer. I believe we are all multifaceted. So we all have these different sides of us that we just sometimes don't show. I started thinking about if I did write something faith based, what would it be? So I developed this book idea and it came really, really easily. I wrote one book, romance. Okay, so it's a faith based romance. The book, I titled it Emerald's Path. And before I knew it, one book turned into two. And then I realized I had a series on my hand, and two books turned into three, and three into four. And I created a series, which is called the Beauty from Ashes series. Now, I didn't have a destination for these books. I was just at that time, the end of last summer, just writing, just because it basically keeps me sane when I write. And I don't want to ever go to prison because I think I'm too cute to go to prison. So I write books, and that's my escape. And it keeps me home and safe. But I wrote these books, and they were just kind of sitting there. And I thought, okay, I'll take my time and just publish one, self publish one, you know, eventually sometime this year. Well, unbeknownst to me, out of the blue, like literally manna from heaven, I received a book deal, a multi book deal. And I am still so awed by how it all came about. It was the simplest, easiest process I have ever experienced. I have never been picked up by a publisher before, but I did not write any query letters. It was just so odd. I have to tell that whole story of how it came about one day. But I do believe it was just from me being obedient and listening to the word of God, and I was blessed for doing so. And so I have these books, right? Now I have this multi book deal, and I have books, yes, but I need more, right? I have content that I have to write, and these books have to be good because I'm not going to just put anything out in the world. And two, I'm not going to glorify God with anything less than excellent, right? That got me to thinking, what else will I have in my book catalog that I am going to give to my publisher? And lo and behold, I thought about my Dear Future Husband series. And before I knew it, I outlined a full book using all of the YouTube content that I had already posted, the content that I had thought about deleting, the content that I wasn't sure I was even going to keep public. I was thinking maybe I'll just, if I don't delete it, I'll just make it private so no one can see it because it's really not relevant because I don't know what's going on. And now I have an entire book that I'm writing. I am a third of the way through a book that will be titled Dear Future Husband, that I'm going to take from my own personal experiences and write it into the book and make it a fiction, faith based romance book. So it will probably be about 20% autobiographical and 80% fiction. And I have two characters, Navy and Micah. And now, this Dear Future Husband book, from the content I created over a year ago, is going to go to my publishing house and it's going to be a book. You guys, like YouTube did that, right? Never, ever discount yourself. Never, ever delete any of your footage ever. You never know what the future holds. I am so excited to just take this journey with you. I am planning to be more present on YouTube because I was frustrated. I had stopped for a while, and they say that's always when your breakthrough happens, right? When you get ready to stop or slow down. And I know I probably shouldn't have. So, for those of you thinking to quit YouTube or stop posting, this is your sign. This is your confirmation. Do not do it. Keep marching forward. And I took a break because I didn't delete. I thought better of it and I didn't delete my content. But now I'm literally going back to my episodes of Dear Future Husband and transcribing them and putting them into my book because they're still my own words. So I can't plagiarize myself, okay? Clock it. But it's so much fun. And I am just so elated that all of this is coming about just because I was obedient and I decided to speak the word of God and entertain people at the same time. I am going to go live more often and post more videos. I'm going to be posting more writing content as soon as I can wrap my brain around and how I can give tips on being published, because let's be for real. It started with a completed work, okay? This work was not half done. It didn't need, 5 rounds of editing. It wasn't a first draft. I had gotten the first book to a point where it could be read and I was okay with anyone reading it. And of course, I still did another edit just to be sure, because our human eyes still miss things. Sometimes it's inevitable. Sometimes you get one or two errors in the book, but it would not be from my lack of trying and going through line by line and editing. So I am just really happy that I get to bring you guys along on the journey and share the books I have that are coming out like really soon. My first book with the publishing house comes out June 3rd. It's called Emerald's Path. And I think there's going to be like one every month. It's crazy. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but it's getting done. In a couple weeks, I will be able to share the book cover with you when we announce and reveal our book covers. So I'll be able to share Emerald's Path book cover with you. In the meantime, I am a third of the way through Dear Future Husband. So I'm going to give you writing updates on that. I have not worked yet today, but I am going to. I try to work a little bit every day. Sometimes I take Sunday off, just depending on my schedule, or a weekend or a Saturday if I'm busy or doing something with my daughter. But for the most part, I am going to keep you updated. I'm going to take you along with me for this ride. I'm going to write or post about writing more. So for my aspiring writers and my writers out there, you can get some more tips and tricks that I have up my sleeve that I think may be helpful. I've been doing this a really, really long time. Just different formats, right? Television writing, film writing, book writing. It's still all writing. It's just different software for each one. So I cannot wait to bring you with me, and we're going to have fun together. In the end, I will definitely say YouTube saved my career because it has given me new life, and I was able to breathe life into my content and be able to utilize that into a written form. It's something that's just so wild. I can't even believe it's all happening and taking place, but I'm in it and I really want to be present. I don't want it to just fly by and me not notice and take notes. So when they say stop and smell the roses, I think this go around, I am going to smell each and every single petal and look at every stem of that rose because I want to savor and keep all the memories that are being created. So, yes, save that content, you guys. You never know what's right around the corner. You never know what blessings God has in store for you. And that is my prayer for you today. I pray abundant blessings on your life. And I am still looking and being hopeful to find my future husband. So that has not stopped. So there still may be some of that content coming as well. So we'll see. And yeah, in the meantime, I'll keep you updated with Navy and Micah's story, and Navy going on these dates just like in Dear Future Husband. So if you haven't watched the series, you can start with Dear Future Husband episode 1 and just binge watch. It's okay. You're good to do that. All right. So I will be back soon, and I don't even know what to say. This is just such a new beginning, a new chapter, pun intended, in my life, and I'm happy to share it with you. So enjoy your day, but whatever you do, please don't forget to let the day enjoy you on purpose. I will see you next time.